counsellor, I often meet with clients who have suffered at the hands of childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is anything from sexual abuse, physical abuse, and emotional abuse. I had the privilege of meeting up with Ems, who shares her story and how she dealt with the experiences that she went through. So tell me a little bit about your struggle.
I think my struggle with confidence and insecurity began a long time ago. At the age of 6, a paedophile got on a train, and that I happened to be on. Somebody was meant to be looking after me, but they happened to go to the loo at that moment, and that changed my life forever. And then after that, I was abused by 7 different men until the age of 22, and that really did impact my confidence levels for quite some time. And I realised that, I needed some help.
What help did you go for? How did you get help from that situation, that scenario?
I think one of the things that I struggled with was being believed. I think it's very common for people who go through abuse that they're worried about perhaps people not taking them seriously. And so for a long time I didn't actually choose to get help, and I dealt with it on my own. And it remained secret for about 20 years. Some of the things that happened to me involved the police, and so obviously they came out, but for a lot of the time I didn't really want to talk about the things that had happened to me because they made me feel a bit dirty, and I didn't really understand why they'd happened to me. I thought perhaps there was something wrong with me.
How did the abuse affect your confidence?
Everyone's really different, aren't they? But I think for me, the abuse affected my confidence because I felt perhaps something was wrong with me. I thought that the way people were treating me was because I was different in some way. And I felt like I was being singled out by people to be hurt. And that changed very dramatically for me one day when a lady who knew my husband asked if she could talk to me and pray for me. And the things that she said and the words that she gave me showed me that actually I had an absolutely beautiful Father in heaven who had a plan for my life.
So what advice would you give to someone watching today who maybe has been abused but hasn't found the confidence to speak out on that abuse yet?
Telling somebody that you've been hurt is a big choice, because once you've told that person, it's out in the open, and that's a good thing because you can be understood, and it's a bad thing because you can't untell that secret. I think what I would say to anybody going through abuse right now, or perhaps thinking about talking, is choose your person that you're going to tell really carefully. Make sure that it's somebody who you value and who is a positive influence in your life. Perhaps choose somebody who's a professional, somebody who's learned how to help you. Maybe speak to your doctor or maybe a counsellor. And certainly don't hide how you feel for the rest of your life, because there is hope that you can be changed.
So how are you now?
My abuse happened a long time ago, and so with the help of really good friends and a lot of time in self-reflection and in talking to God, I feel totally healed from what's happened to me. I don't fear men. I don't fear being on my own. I have a great authority in my life, and I also have a lot of fun. I'm not a kind of person who crouches behind others. I'm very confident in who I am, and I've learned that I have a place in this world.
So tell us a little bit about your new book.
So as an author, one of the things that I wanted to do was release a book to help people understand a little bit about this journey of confidence for themselves. Each of us struggle with comparisonitis, as I call it, which is where we look at an Instagram high that somebody else has had and compare it to our own inner low. So we look at somebody on Facebook and think, wow, they're having a great life. Look at me, I'm in a mess. And what my book is about is trying to show each of us that we were made beautifully by designer God, who hasn't made a mistake with us, and that actually each one of us can be confident in who we are because we're loved.